And still on the situation in Plateau State, we have the governor, His Excellency Caleb Mutfwang, joining us now, the governor of Plateau State. Many thanks, Your Excellency, for joining us. We condole with you over the Bokkos killings. Caleb Mutfwang. All right. Now, following the attacks, you visited the victims in the particular area, affected. What is your assessment of the situation?
At the moment, can you hear me? Can I go ahead? Yes. At the moment, what we are trying to do is to look out on how to ameliorate the difficulties that the IDPs are facing by deploying all the relief we can deploy. At the same time, we are reinforcing security in the areas that have been attacked and other possible areas that we feel are vulnerable and the attackers could turn their attention to. We are glad Mr. President has shown enough commitment and concern towards the plight of the people in Bokkos. The heads of security agencies have equally risen to the occasion, and at the moment, what we are trying to do is damage control, damage limitation, and making sure that people regain confidence to go back to their normal activities. We are still taking stock as to the actual number of deaths, and we hope that by the end of this week we would have had sufficient information on that. We want to avoid speculation, but certainly I can tell you that the casualties are not less than 50. And we hope that the corpses we have seen so far would be the only corpses that are fallen victim to this unjust, unnecessary, unprovoked attack on the people of Bokkos local government of Plateau State.
Your Excellency, it's indeed a very sad development, and of course, we share in your grief. But what measure has the state taken to end these wanton killings?
Like I've said before, these attacks did not just start today. They've been going on for more than a decade. It has been a repeated cycle of violence. Several factors are responsible for how these attacks turn out with such high casualties. Because one, the area lacks sufficient communication facilities. The terrain is quite difficult sometimes for security agencies to go into. Now, what we are trying to do is to deal with these matters headlong, see how we can open up more of those rural roads, and as well, we are discussing now how to facilitate better communication around that area. But by and large, we have reinforced security, and we are continuing to do so. We want to trust God that the boots we have on ground now will be sufficient to be able to man those porous areas, especially in the communities that border the state and other states. This particular section of the state shares extensive border with Nasarawa State in a town called Wamba, to be precise. And it has been known to be so porous over the years that we think that by God's grace, because of the topography, it's a bit challenging, but we will take further steps with the collaboration of the federal government to make the place more accessible. And these are the things that we'll be doing in the coming days.
All right, beautiful, and we hope that all of what you have said materializes and will put an end to the killings. But it has been observed that these killings occur during farming season. What is the government doing to cushion the effects, especially on food security?
Like I was saying, talking about stopping it completely, it is something that will keep deploying all the resources at our disposal, and we hope that it will serve as sufficient deterrent to these criminal actors. We have made some useful arrests, and we are hoping that we will be able to prosecute them upon thorough investigation. Now, like you observed, this thing normally happens at the onset of the rainy season, at the onset of the farming season. It looks like a calculated and deliberate attempt to be able to intimidate disorganized farmers from going to farm. And so what we are planning to do is that we'll do our best to come to the rescue of these farmers. They are at the moment very demoralized, so we'll trust God to move in tractors to help them to cultivate those farmlands so that they will not lag behind, and then we'll be able to support them with other farming implements and other investments that we can help them to make in the little space that is left for them. Of course, we are going to make sure that we provide a more elaborate security surveillance around the farmlands. Last year we experimented and it was highly successful with the agro rangers. We bought motorcycles for them and they were providing around-the-clock supervision. This year we will do more by God's grace to ensure that our farmers have the security that they can go to farm and return home safely. Several of our women have been raped in the farmlands or killed outrightly, and we are trusting God that we will put an end to this nonsense.